Hey everybody, what's going on? It's late night here, and just gonna talk a little bit about the Devil's Juice. Now, Devil's Juice came in a priority mailbox, and it was bubble wrap. Well, it did show up. It kind of leaked. I could tell it leaked because it didn't leak much. You know, there's still some left in the bottle, about 3/4 of the way. But the label is just peeling off. Now, before I rub the label off, Devil's Juice, fairly new company from what I'm aware of. This is the banana custard. It's pen marked in 6 milligrams. And it also has another option that says Flow and Max something that's rubbed off. And it's Max something. 15 milliliters made in the USA. Now, there's no warning labels on here about anything. So, that being said, maybe the labels need to be updated. The bottle's just your standard bottle. You unscrew it, and the safety band came off. So maybe it just wasn't put on tightly and snapped on to where the safety band would be required to take off. But for the safety band to slip off, and it's a fat nozzle. No big deal. It's just this is the older style of juice containers, and they do have their drawbacks versus the newer style with the thinner tips and the hard to screw on caps with the plastic seal around them and everything. So yeah, spending that much money on a $5 box for me, just one juice in there, and all that bubble wrap, you're looking at about $6-7 just to send it one bottle to me. And I really appreciate you sending the one bottle. It's just, you know, you can throw it in a small pouch like this, or even cut the pouch in half, and send it in something like that for $1.35, $2, and it would have got there just as safe. So I think that the company can do a little bit with their labels as well as their boxes. Now, onto the juice. My, unfortunately, K100 bit the big one. The rubber gasket in here on the 510 connector is just squished down so much that it pinched off around the top. So I can't use this anymore, unfortunately. It's either, don't know if they sell just a replacement head, but that's the kind of thing you're dealing with. You know, maybe I can go in there and get some replacement parts. But so far, that's the problematic part I've had about the e-cigarette, the mods, everything. They all have this connector, and the rubber grommet always gets screwed up somehow, or the connection. So I put the Addy on just my Ego, and that's pretty much how I'm doing this. It works just as well. Like I said, about 4.2. I did get an ohm meter. I'm going to throw out a video about the ohm meter and the Canthal wire I got, and compare it to the Canthal wire I've been using, which is a thicker brand, probably a 26 gauge. I picked up a 29. I've been using the cotton onto the juice. This is a banana custard, okay? And when I first put it on this dripper, it either burned too hot or it didn't take time to soak in, and it wasn't as enjoyable as it is after the second or third. So really, to get a good feel, I let it brew in here a little bit. I've been taking clouds off of it. So small clouds, but clouds just as well, you know. You don't need some big fancy thing to make it happen. Whatever works for you, but a good atomizer, no matter what it's on. This is just an Ego twist. I did pause to take a vape. It's real creamy and smooth. I'm all out of custards right now, and all I got's fruit flavors and like menthol and everything, so I'm just fighting my taste buds. I've been vaping a lot of juice that I haven't really enjoyed. Just going through old juice. I'm in that point where juice is getting pretty thin. Went through all my ballistic and all the other juices I had, so looking forward to getting some new juices soon. I don't mind Devil Juice banana custard, and here's why. It's got a creamy undertone to it that I just like in a vape. Comes across real wholesome. The vapor production, even just on something like this, is decent. It lingers around for a while, so maybe that the max is max Fiji. Initially, the flavor didn't come out really great for me. I could hint of banana and everything, and now that it's had time to soak in and get used to it, the custard, the creaminess factor is coming out a lot more. So I didn't like it for the first couple drips. I keep saying I didn't like it, I'm sorry. Some juice I like right off the bat, some I don't. But that's how it goes, Devil's Juice. Your labels, your bottles, you're new. Sure, and you got a lot of things that you can definitely improve on. Maybe take the boxes category and switch it to pouches, bubble pouches. Put that money into labels and different bottles. As far as the juice goes, the banana's not too heavy. In fact, it's almost not there, but it's subtle enough to where it's enjoyable. I'm really liking this juice now that I've had a chance to get it going. So sometimes if you don't like your juice right off the bat, give it a couple minutes, let it soak into the material you're using. Wait a couple minutes, try it out. As far as taste test goes, I taste a lot of banana, so it's very different than what you'd expect when you're tasting it versus vaping it. Everything's kind of a whole adventure, and you'll get used to it if you're new to vaping. Stick with it. There's a lot of combinations and flavors. You'll find what you like. Everybody keeps changing it and getting different mods and upgrading. It's because they're just not finding what they like, and some people don't. Maybe you like something for a while, and then yeah, it's milky, creamy. It doesn't have any bite, no cinnamon or anything that's going to be harsh. So it's a real smooth vape. It almost is like a vanilla ice cream in a way. More than a custard. But it's a custard. Banana custard. I'm liking it. Now what I'm going to do is transfer it in this glass bottle that I have. It's been cleaned out and everything, ready to go. And that way I could go from here to the glass bottle, because it's still leaking a little bit with this lid. I can't screw it on all that well. So I'm just not a fan of the bottles. The label's rubbing off. Juice is great though. So work on the packaging and shipping, and I'd say you'd be alright. Like to try out some of your other flavors, but that's just the banana custard. It's kind of nice having a custard when I didn't have one before. Don't know what else to tell you guys. That's pretty much it. That's been the Devil's Juice Banana Custard. And I'll have some more videos soon. I've been working with a broken computer and broken vape gear and everything, so I've been taking time off from videos, but let me know if there's anything you want to see or talk about. I'd be happy to review it. Take care. Don't need anything fancy.